Now, my dear friend, why this place of supply is all at all should be discussed by all of us. There are the, I will say, the various reasons for the same. I have just noted down the reasons, my dear friend. If you ask me, that the first reason which is being there on your screen, that the whether the activity, whenever we are doing any activity, whether that will be an intrastate or an interstate, because once you are through that this activity is an interstate, then you have to charge the IGST, and otherwise you have to charge the CGST plus SGST. So, my dear friend, it's very important that you are aware about the place of supply. So, whenever you are doing any activity, you are selling something or you are buying something, you should be aware of what is the place of supply of your activity, so that you have the clarity whether you should charge the CGST or the IGST. Second one, my dear friend, whether the ITC will be available. Now, say for example, you are going for a business meeting in Mumbai. You are based in Delhi, and you are staying in a hotel. Now, when you are staying in the hotel, the place of supply, meaning thereby when you are taking the service of a hotel, the hotel, in case of a this hotel service, what is happening, that the place of supply as being related to the immovable property will always be the location of the immovable property, meaning thereby the place of supply will be Mumbai only. Now the service provider is from Mumbai, the place of supply will be Mumbai. So what will happen, that he will charge the CGST plus SGST, and I am in Delhi. So whether I can claim the credit or not, the answer is no. So, my dear friend, unless and until the place of supply will not fall in an area, in a jurisdiction where you are registered with, you will not be eligible to avail the credit. So that's why it's very important that the ITC also have a direct connection with the place of supply, that you will be eligible to claim or avail the credit only on those supply wherein the place of supply of those purchases is falling in the registered jurisdiction of the SSC. Then, my dear friend, there will be a situation whether your turnover should, your supply should be treated as export or not. Because, say, for example, you are providing a commission agent service. Now, in the case of a commission agent service, you are getting the commission from overseas for arranging the order from India. Now, that is called intermediary service. And in case of intermediary services, though you are getting the commission from overseas, you are getting in the foreign currency, but still that will not be called as the export, because in that case the place of supply will be treated always as location of the provider, the service provider. So, my dear friend, in this like this, there are the many activities wherein the place of supply will be normally, it will be different as normal in the as compared to the normal situation. Likewise, the immovable property. Likewise, in case you are doing some repair activity, in that case also. So, my dear friend, whether the benefit of the export, because once your activity is export, you will get the not only the exemption, but also you will get a refund from the department. But in case the place of supply of your activity is not outside India, in that case, the activity will be subject to the GST and you have to charge and pay. So, rather than refund claim, you are even more liable to charge and pay the tax as compared to you are looking for a refund claim. Similarly, the refund claim, so whether the refund will be available or not. So, in case your activity is not an export, then the refund will not be available. So, again, it is important. Then you are supplied to SCZ or not. So, in case you are doing certain supply and you are providing to a SCZ developer or a unit of SCZ, so whether that the place of supply will be treated as your outside the SCZ or within the SCZ, there are the many provisions related there too. So, it's very important that we should be aware about that as well. Then the e-way bill. What kind of a e-way bill I will have to raise? Because in case of if I'm not aware whether this activity is an interstate or an intrastate, then you may feel that, okay, the e-way bill is not required. For example, the activity, the amount of this, your supply is only 20,000 rupees, but that is an interstate supply. Then the e-way bill is required. But in case the activity is over 20,000 rupees, but it is an intrastate, then the e-way bill may not be required. So, my dear friend, the e-way bill requirement will will be based on the place of supply. Similarly, I can give you another example, that in case of a bill to ship to model, now you are billing to somebody else and you are shipping to somebody else. In that case, also the e-way bill will require a clarity that to whom you have to issue a e-way bill. Then, my dear friend, whether to take the registration or not. Now, why what I'm trying to convey you, there are two aspects. Number one, which is related to this question. So, in case if I'm taking the service of a hotel in Mumbai and I'm not eligible because I'm based in Delhi and I have taken the service in Mumbai, then the credit will not be available. But maybe a situation that every year you are spending, say for example, a 20 lakhs rupees on the hotel expenses. So you are practically paying maybe 18%, 3 lakh 60,000 rupees, or even 28%, 5 lakh 60,000 rupees as a GST on the hotel expense. Now, unless and until you will not take the registration in Mumbai, you will not be eligible to claim the credit of the same. So whether I have to take the registration in Mumbai or not is a one question. Number two, that as you are aware that the threshold of 20 lakhs rupees will be available only if you are dealing in the intrastate supply. In case you have an interstate supply, then you have to take the registration even your turnover is less than 20 lakhs rupees. So this 20 lakh rupees limit is not applicable. So my dear friend, in this case also, unless and until you are not aware whether my supply is the interstate or intrastate, the registration will be actually dependent on this aspect as well. As I mentioned you, the threshold limit, that whether the threshold limit will be available to you or not. So my dear friend, for all those reasons, it is very important that we should be aware about the place of supply, that where my place of supply will be there.